I thought to myself one day, gee, wouldn't it be nice to be paid just for the fact that I exist? And that's my dream. Every time I smile, thousands of dollars are flowing into my bank accounts. I want to be there. Part of my wanting is wanting to be able to say to people, you just relax. You just relax and you allow and it flows. Not a big deal.
Well, if you could accept that the stream of non-physical energy, which is the source of all things, does flow to you and through you when you smile. You say, yeah, but Abraham, I'd rather have the money. And we say, but it's the same stream. It's the same vibration. In other words, the vibration that allows the stream is also the vibration that allows the dollars. If you could accept that there is a stream or a source of well-being, and you work to align your energy with the stream, then all things that you consider to be good flow to you. But in your question is the answer when you say, they tell me I look like $1 million, but how come I don't have $1 million? The dominant vibration that you are offering to the universe is, I am one who has not $1 million. In other words, that's the way the universe is receiving the vibration that you are outputting. You have to change your signal. So the question is a very good one. But how do I offer a signal that's different from the reality that I'm living? And we say, there you go again, facing reality all over the place. Yes. In other words, you see, the universe does not know or care if the vibration that you are offering is in response to something you're living or something you're imagining. In either case, it accepts it as your signal. You know, when the car dealership has a big sale and they'll put those big beacon lights on their lot that shine all over the city? And when you see it in the sky, you know that if you could trace it back to its root, there would be a car for sale somewhere. Well, you are offering a similar beacon into the sky. In other words, the universe is responding to what your signal is. But most of you are casting a dim signal because you say, I want $1 million, but where is it? And so you water down your signal. You introduce a lower, slower vibration to the higher, faster desire. So you offer... Your little signal is not being received in the way that it would if you could purify it. And can you feel the power in decision, you see? And so what we would encourage you to do is just make a decision and then work to find the feeling of that decision.
Well, several times, especially in the past 6 months, I was able to find that feeling place, and it felt just exhilarated. I remember one particular day I was able to maintain that feeling place for almost 10 hours or 12 hours, the entire day. I'm fortunate enough because I have created, even before knowing Abraham, a very easy situation for myself where the money flows easily to me, albeit not in the amount I would like them to flow.
There it goes again.
Yeah,
the money flows easily to me, but not in the amounts that I'm wanting.
Yes.
You see, your practical, objective, wanting to explain it honestly mind holds you right where you stand.
Okay.
You have to...
So sometimes I get that feeling place, and then I am able to keep consciously myself connecting to it over the period of some time, and then something in me trips me over because I start observing that it's not there yet. Let's talk about what that is, because you see, I don't know where I trip.
Well, we can show you. It's not a matter of tripping. It's a matter of having a belief about dollars that you picked up a long time ago that you're still offering. And so, and until you actually take the time to change that vibration, and 10 hours of feeling wonderful goes a long way to doing that, but remember, that cork will float unless you hold it under the water. So in that 68 seconds or 10 hours or however much time you spent feeling prosperity, the universe got the signal. In other words, you launched it. And if you never thought about it again, the dollars would flow to you. But you are thinking about it again, and you're thinking about it in terms of the absence of it. When you pick up the long stick that has abundance on one end of it, it has not abundance on the other. If you pick up the stick that has wellness on one end of it, it has not wellness on the other end of it. And what happens to most of you is that when you pick up the stick, you pick up both ends of it, and you often vibrate both ends of it. And what we want you to do is obsessively, deliberately vibrate just in the direction of what you are wanting. And it just takes a little bit of practice. We were talking with a man a while back who is an actor. And he had had several good jobs, but nothing that really pleased him. And there was a new series that had just come out, and they only aired 3 episodes of it, and then it was canceled. And he was very discouraged when he was talking to us, because it felt like his big break, and then it sort of evaporated. And so he said to us, from his place of discouragement, what's going to happen, or what should I do? And we said to him, those people who are making the decisions about who they will cast in the various roles, we said, don't you find it interesting that so often they choose the same handful of people? It seems that they show up in all of the movies. It's as if there's no other talent, just that handful. We said, but the reason that they are so often chosen is not necessarily because they are the perfect one for the role in all regards, but because they are vibrationally up to speed with the success that this director-producer is hoping for this project. In other words, one thing about having success, it seems to perpetuate more, because since you're mostly observers, if you're living success and you observe it, then you keep offering a vibration about that, which means the universe keeps accepting that as your point of attraction. And so once you have something that you can observe that is a vibrational match to what you want, then it's easier. But what do you do in the beginning? In other words, how did anybody get that first job? Were you born? Were you born with your wealth, or were you born into the family of movies? Or did you create a vibration that matched it? And we say, you can create a vibration that matches anything once you've identified what the desire is. So he said, well, what do you suggest that I do? And we said, we would pretend that there have been many big projects that you have just lived, for which you have been handsomely paid, and that there are many big projects that you are already assigned to coming up this year and next. And that right now you have about a 2-month hiatus where you don't have anything that you have to do. Now, under those conditions, how would you feel? He said, I would feel relief. I would feel like I was on vacation. And we said, we suggest you go on vacation. In other words, we suggest that you take your successful self, having had all of that success and having all this success lined up, and you go present yourself vibrationally to the universe as this person. So he did. He went to Europe. He took his mate. And while he was there, they called him for a project. Because instead of allowing the disappointment to hold him in a place where he did not have access to what they were wanting, he, through visualization, put himself into the vibration that rendezvoused with that. You get the sense of what we're talking about? Everything is about vibrational matches. So what you have to do is find some way of identifying what it is you're wanting to match. In other words, what is my desire? And once you've identified what the desire is, then you have to find some way of conjuring a vibration within you that matches that.